they're going to be kind of squished together in a few problems. No one's down south and no one's rotating from the south, so they should be clear. They will opt to take a higher line of sight here and maybe see what's going on, maybe even they bank it over the hills. But for Envy, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You walk out of one team, you walk into another.
Yeah, AFF playing a dangerous game there. Style, I think, is on his own. The rest of the team are in another compound. Moody's going to find that, though. AFF, there's nowhere safe anymore. Still too late in the day to be going for these compounds. AFF just pulled up. Interrogate just smashed into a tree. Poor timing on the crash to happen for him. Gets out of the car, gets running. He knows he's done for. Caught in the heels by Lambu as the rest of Envy try and make a dash for it. But then, wait, Venerator just got done. But oh my god.
He smashed the vehicle on the way back. That could be Envy down to 1. He literally tagged him up as he was walking in, hit the wall, and he's dead.
Okay, he's revivable for now. There's a chance he can get the revive here. No one's that close by. General went down, so now we could see a revive coming in, getting Envy back to 2. But there's still that fight in the south with MP5, the Brazilian team who rolled up on it. But that wasn't even OMG. That's so many more teams here. This is only third parties. I don't know if they can be able to stay alive. And again, AG helping out Envy to a degree. AFF just started to lose out on players.
AFF actually committed players to that. They went across to try and clean up some kills and also get a revive. Unfortunately, they were met by Homboya, who took them out on arrival. Envy are back to 2. He's managed to get the res. There is one player lingering in the backside that could be a problem, but they have a compound now. The problem is they've lost 50% of their team in that one single move there. AFF still hold the central ground. They are pinned between 2 individual teams.
Nice tag.
Take a look at where is 17's position. Okay, so they're up in the north. They've got Tempo
side.
Storm, Entus, VSG, Aerowolf. This is just a manic and messy circle. There's room to move.
Wait, Monkey King's pushing up on this.
Do you fancy a few? I mean, why
not?
Not?
He got a nice tag, but I don't know where he's going to take this. Kind of on his own. He does have support behind him further away, but this is a lot to be pushing into. The knock on Yak might be encouraging this, if anything, but Monkey King, I don't know how far he's going to take this. Do you keep going? You don't know how many are here.
The thing is, because of different regions, this plays so well to their advantage. People don't expect aggressive pushes. It's shock tactics, right? You get involved. It's like, okay, we'll push this, we'll take it.
He's got support coming.
They will not expect this.
Okay, support's on the way. Revivers come in. Monkey King's going to see the smoke. Obviously, will not see the players. Support's now nearby. They want kills here. They're out for blood. With that smoke still up, though, he's never going to go through that. That is just insanity. So you wait. You hold off. YY can get the next angle, try and deny any sort of flanks or rotations coming out from ENF.
I want to avoid any kind of Game of Thrones spoilers, but in the north at the moment, it's a complete mess. 17, Entus.
That's a nade. That's a big nade! Up and over! YY destroys Indigo. What a... That's a big boy nade. Now it's go time. 17 Gaming, pick up the pace, get in there. We have the confirmed kill. Shocks his nade, finds Indigo. That's just going to get the job done. Monkey King unleashing for the trade comes in. Did he get ahead of himself? Yes. Kale will deny that. That's going to be a bit of a pushback from them. Nade comes back in. 17 Gaming might be getting a little ahead of themselves here.
Yeah, they have to be careful because remember, the blue will be encroaching rather soon. So the more you commit to this, the more damage you will take. And more importantly, teams are getting ahead of them. ENCE there, they've just arrived. ENCE could be going out in 16th here if they're not careful. Rustamar's gone as well. Yak gets responded. Mikaz is down. This is more on the eastern side. And as we say that, Vard goes down, hits the deck, has to respond. There's a second one as well. 4 AM, they turned up late game, but that's no problem at all. MBS, he's confirmed. 1 point moves to them. I think they want to try and commit for this one, but I tell you what, 4 AM will not go down without a fight. They will happily accept these battles. Yeah, Forever's in the building. This could be a trade. Gaxi's got to go big or he's done for. Already getting tagged up, though. He's going to be forced away a little bit, playing an outside angle. He does have Miraku alive, but he's not close by. Does Miraku want to come over and try and help out, or is Vard a lost cause? Gaxi on the flank, though, looking for the next opportunity to try and work his way back in, potentially. Maybe baiting the sound, waiting to see a 4 AM fall for this, but at the moment, we're seeing so many teams on the outskirts having to work their way forward. You see Tempo Storm trying to keep out 17 Gaming. There's Forever, clearly hearing Gaxi, clearly trying to keep him under pressure. I think that was a good tag with the nade. It was. Gaxi getting tagged up here. This is scary times. You have to listen to your IGL here. What do you want to do? Do you want to commit for more kills and try and do something, or do you want to play for placement? It's a very big decision. He's still going, though. How do we manage to pick up God V from nowhere and kill him as well? That's great work. Miraku was holding a nice angle. It's not that close, so he's really providing support. If Gaxi was going to go, it's got to be kind of now if you want to start moving on this one or peel away. This is where your decisions start being made. Vard is almost done for. You can't now bank your decisions off the back of that because you've got to get through 2 players, and Gaxi knows it. He's an experienced, smart player. We do see Vard being confirmed now as down, so that's going to alleviate some of those options from them, and we do some great shots coming out from Winstrike there, pressuring down ENF, trying to get to any cover. Questionable play, though, sending all the players in a vehicle. I think they've done unless they've done damage, they just committed to that shack. That could have been their place in the ground, unfortunately. Both Gaxi and Squeaky last. In fact, no, we were saying all this. I didn't realize he got the res off, so NIP are actually up to 2 there. That's completely my mistake.
Miriku's always been in the background.
Yeah, for some reason, I thought he was the only one standing in the form of Gaxi. He was the only one in that building, excuse me. 4AM will be on the back lines because the blue will force them into this engagement. Leo onto OMG. We've seen Zampa now, Tempo Storm making something happen onto 17. They're not having the best of games. Tag from multiple angles, and this is all the way on the western side, right against the edge. They've pretty much boxed them in a corner. Winstrike now have to face VSG as they come down from the hills. Yeah, VSG are in a bad spot here. They've got the blue on the back and not a great deal of cover to work in towards. If Nookie peeks the angle, he's trying to play smart, which I like, but already his teammates have the angles under wraps. Nades coming through. Tixu under a bit of pressure there. Hulk's got himself up close, so there's still threats available, but if this nade goes right, that's real nice. Hulk somehow alive until then. You could see the work coming out. Loads and loads of damage came through, and it was Tixu and Nookie just to confirm everything. They've basically locked down this side of the map for themselves until one of the other teams from the east moves up. I love it how you just mentioned that. The Bees have just got the call. They said, okay, Blue Bees, let's move now. We know where people are. They just decided to move right next to them. Yeah, we got to confirm this one because we've just seen 17 Gaming going down, and I think OMG might be down to 1 player, if that. No, they're gone. 14. Yeah, there we go. So we've seen 17 Gaming and OMG go out very early on. That's a huge upset. You're looking at Tempo Storm, another big team. They are in a bit of a back and forth with Envy right now, but there's a couple of teams like Winstrike still in a nice position. However, this team could spot the cross. That's a bad spin. That's a really bad timing on the spin. Temi's gone out. This could be hugely problematic. They might just miss out on this one. That is just shooting fish in a barrel. They were completely open. What a disaster. That went completely on its head. The Murado just span out off the back, 2 of them, and instantly, again, with the Blue Bees, that was a really proactive move from them. They heard the fights going on earlier on for Winstrike, so they got ahead of the game. They got in the building next to them, picks up 2 points. They now have to run open ground, which is a bit of a dangerous position where they are, but still, to get up there and pick up 2, it's not a bad play, however. Unfortunately, out of the frying pan, into the fire, Entus Storm directly in front of them, and that's a couple of good grenades. They might be able to take this shack away from Entus. They've got 1 down. How much more utility can you commit to this, though? You're going to be using your smokes, and you need these for the late game. They put 2 up already, which covers the crossfire from behind. Oh, here we go. How much closer can they get? Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? But we are seeing Zampa finding one of the Envy boys, and it looks like that fight is going to continue down to 1 man again. Envy have been struggling. They've done so well to keep in this position, but you can see this is not the ideal spot to be in. Car 98 or not. What a shot from Sharky! So far away, making that mini sing. We're down to his top 10. 25 individuals alive for this circle. Aerowolf is making a commitment to the compound directly in front of Tempo Storm. It's risky because there's 2 teams that will have an eye line on them, but should they be able to commit this, it'll be good. Bookman says good morning, Smarten, and good evening as well as he sends him out and kills him instantly in the shack. Should they remove him from this position, they could pretty much control all of the western side themselves. They have to be aware, though, that Aerowolf is on the move. They got ahead of them, but now the tables have turned and they need a response, and here comes the big fight. Yeah, here it comes indeed in front of us. There they go. 1 team down and out, dusted. OGN Entus Force is eliminated. Now Tempo Storm need to swing a gear, and that's exactly what they're doing. Your boy Dre is standing up to the task. Oh, Zampa, though, gets traded on. That's the backstab we said could happen, but they have to focus fire on one of these fights, and they're focusing Aerowolf, and that's not a bad shout. AFF players moving back, finding next cover, looking towards the circle. Not super aggressive, so again, leaving Tempo Storm for a second, but Datmosh does find your boy Dre. Now we're looking at Tempo Storm on the back foot. This could be another surprise, another potential upset. You'd be looking at them as a top 3 team. Right now, top 5 is where they're looking. Where is Sharky, the danger man? Where is he stepping up to the plate? The blue is going to be moving in soon. It's going to start pushing them further and further forward. Sharky, he's pushing out. He's looking for them. He's going to be trying to look for this potential. What can he do now? It's just him alive, and he spots down 1, but he can't do anything. That is huge play. Tempo Storm get eliminated in 5th position. Aerowolf moving in. The team I wanted to talk about is the Brazilians. They have so many players alive in the East. They're in a good spot. They've been fragging out as well. This is the big game for them, and bear in mind, yesterday, they finished last both times in Miramar. This is a swing up in performance. Speaking of finish, Winstrike is down, 4th position for them. Good job from Nookie to stay alive and commit it to the final circle, though. AFF NN is a clear symbol of what happens and how much damage one single man can do. He kept Tempo Storm back for so long. They should have committed to it, pushed him, killed him, taken the position, and then they would have had the advantage onto AW instead. Unfortunately, they held back. They waited. He comes back. He hits Zampa from behind. That's a good tag. That's a good frag.
Nice.
Rampage comes through. AF. NN is absolutely slapping people in this game. It's
but
great.
look at the Brazilians. They're on the hunt. We're down to 2 teams, and these guys are not being passive. They're pushing this. We're finally seeing the potential that all the fans have been asking for that we just didn't see yesterday. And now they're going. They know they're down to the last 2 players on the other side. They know that, nades in hand. How far can AFF stand this? 2 players, Shadow and NN, already big kills beside them, but not going to be easy. Roggy now eyes it up. He's holding the line. He's got the mini the 6th time. Shadow's found 1, though. This becomes an issue. If that nade confirms, suddenly the Brazilians have to be careful. Oh, no. Individual peaks.
No. He killed himself.
It's a disaster. He kills himself with a nade. It's down to NN. How does he play this? What does NN do? It's a 1v1. Revives are possible. He's going for it. NN, what is he up to? What is his plan? He's moving up further forward. He confirms the kill on 1. He wants to get there quick. Does he have a nade? Does he have anything? This could be a revive, but bear in mind, look at the HP on Raspu. He's low. NN's going in. Is he going for the res?
That's
oh my god.
so dirty.
This is so scary. You know he doesn't want to move a muscle. He doesn't make a sound, but Rusty Zera, he's going peeking, and he finds him as well. What a play for the Brazilian team. From 0 to hero, from day 1 to day 2. They finished last, if I'm not mistaken, in the first 2 games on Miramar yesterday. They were not having a good game. They did not deliver, but today they had kills. They had everything they needed. That is what I love about PUBG. That's the difference from day 1 to day 2.